Hi guys. It's been a couple weeks I think since I've been on last. I kind of been doing these videos every couple weeks. Um, so the last time I came on here, I talked about how much weight I lost, and I gave you updates on what the doctors said. And I told you at that point I think I lost 23 pounds, and my gynecologist thought, if I lose a drastic amount of weight, that I'll become pregnant. And I now lost 26 pounds. And I found out a week and a half ago that I am pregnant. So it definitely works. The techniques that my gynecologist, told me to do worked with losing weight and dieting and exercise and everything I've done, and I've worked so hard for. And so it definitely worked. We were over the moon excited. We found out last Monday that I am pregnant. I took two home pregnancy tests. Well, I took one pregnancy test Monday, and it showed up positive, and I was like, what? I had no idea. I just took it because I was going to start a new medication, and I just took it just to make sure because I didn't want to start the medication if I, had chances to be pregnant. And it was positive, and I was super excited. So I took another test Tuesday morning, and it was still positive, and it was actually a darker plus sign. And then by noon on Tuesday, I know this is probably TMI, but I started to bleed. And so it scared me, and I went to the emergency room. And they did all the tests that they could do. They did ultrasound, pelvic exam, blood work, urine test, and there is no sign that they could see of the baby in the uterus. So they said that it could be super early. My cervix was closed, and so they're thinking, because I didn't have a cycle for 4 months coming off of birth control, they think that I was just having a regular cycle, and it ended Thursday night. So it only lasted Tuesday to Thursday. So it made me believe, that's true. That it's just a cycle, because that would be my normal cycle, and I had a miscarriage 10 years ago, and when I miscarried, it the bleeding lasted for over 10 days, I believe. So I'm pretty sure I haven't miscarried yet. There was no signs of miscarriage, they said. And so they wanted me to follow up with blood work to check my beta HCG levels in my blood. And I do have PCOS, so I'm kind of like, my hormones are messed up. So I tested, that was Tuesday that I went to the emergency room. They tested then, and my levels was low at 37. And they tested me again on Thursday, and it was 37 still. It did not double. And it's supposed to double within 48 to 72 hours, and they did not double. So I went again on Saturday to do another blood test, and that came back at 31. So it started to go down, and I had one down on Monday, and it was down to 21. So we were devastated. We were told to expect a miscarriage. It is now Wednesday, and they basically don't want to keep doing the blood test every other day. So they told me to go Monday or Tuesday of the next week to get another blood work done to see what my levels are then, and go from there. So they did have me cancel my checkup with the gynecologist. It was supposed to be for May 23rd. They had me cancel that, and they also had me cancel my first ultrasound appointment, which was on June 12th, and now I'm not doing that. So we're at this point, we are expecting the worst. Basically, I can miscarry at any time. They are calling it a threatened miscarriage, And I have looked that up, and 50% of women that have threatened miscarriage, they still go through a normal pregnancy. So far I don't have any signs of a miscarriage, so I'm trying to keep my hopes up. My levels are going down, but I spoke to the nurse, the one that canceled my appointments and everything, and said, it could be, a possible miscarriage coming in the future within a week or two or so, or it could just be my hormones, because my hormones has always been out of whack. So basically, it's the pregnancy hormone that is in your blood is what the HCG is. And if my hormones is all messed up, it can play, a role messing up with my hormones in my blood. So, but I can still continue, the baby might be okay. But it still worries me because they didn't see anything in the uterus, which still could be early to even show. And plus the HCG levels are going down. So I'm very scared, and so we've kind of learned, this past week and a half has been an emotional roller coaster, and me and my husband both have cried, and we've, let our emotions out, and we've kind of accepted if it happens, it happens. It's going to be hard if it happens. But at this point, I'm kind of numb. And so we're just praying. We have a lot of people praying for us. And I really do believe in the power of prayer. And I've been praying. I've been talking to God. And, no matter what happens, I know He's here with me. And I know I have a feeling this won't be as hard as my first miscarriage, because when you first do something, you don't know what to expect, you don't know what's going on, and it's very scary. And so if I do miscarry, I kind of know what to expect, and I've been through those emotions. So it's still going to be hard, but I don't think it will be as hard. And me and my husband decided, he's more excited about it this time than he was last time, and he's so on board. He wants it just as much as I do now. He wants a baby so much. And I'm 31 and he's 34. And this is the time for us to try, because, my time clock is ticking. So if we miscarry, we're going to go ahead and try right away and see what happens. And so now, I have more hopes, because if I do miscarry, I lost that much weight, and I did what the doctor said, and I worked so hard. I'm going to continue working that hard and continue to still try to lose more weight, and hopefully we get pregnant right away if I do miscarry. So right now I'm on bed rest. They do have me on bed rest. I've been eating healthy, and like I said before, I was on 1,200 calorie diet. And I've read things like don't eat too much calories from the time, amount of calories that you had when you first conceived. So I'm afraid that I'm not eating enough, because I was eating between 1,000 to 1,200 calories before I found out I was pregnant. So I've been eating between 12 to 1,500 calories, because I want to make sure that I get enough. But I have been losing weight still, just a couple of pounds since I found out I was pregnant. So I don't think that would hurt too much. But I have had symptoms of pregnancy. Just to let you know, I have that fullness feeling of my face. My stomach is definitely bloated. I've been wearing the stretchy pants and the elastic pants, and that has the drawstrings. I've had to loosen the drawstrings because it's they're getting tighter. So I know I am bloated. I've had morning sickness quite a few times. The smell of raw meat when I was cooking hamburger, and the smell of raw meat before it started cooking, it made me throw up. It made me so sick. Different shampoos when I take a shower, shampoos and soaps, kind of made me nauseous. Not necessarily throwing up at that point, but just kind of made me nauseous. There's a lot of things that's making me nauseous, and my smell, I can smell everything. Everything smells like it stinks to me. But everybody was like, no, it smells, it smells good in here or whatever. And I'm like, it just stinks to me. So my scent is heightened. I've been having nausea. I've been super, super tired. And so I've been going to bed earlier at night, and I sleep in, and then I end up taking a nap during the day. And with being on bed rest, I'm sure it doesn't hurt. So I'm really taking all precautions. I've been sleeping when I feel tired. I've been eating when I feel hungry, and I've still been keeping an eye on my calories just to make sure I'm not eating too much. And I haven't really done like a whole lot of junk food. I have had some sugary stuff that I wouldn't normally usually eat since I've been starting, losing weight and everything. I've been having cravings. My first craving was cold bacon with the cold bacon grease clumped on it. And I had a few pieces of that. I really wanted more, but I ran out, but I haven't had any since. But that was my first craving. I don't think I've craved it since. But I did crave donuts the other day. My sister-in-law went and got me two sprinkled donuts from Tim Hortons. I really was craving those, and I ate both of those right away. And so I did have the sweet, and there was a couple other sweets that I had from a cookout. And so that's the only sweets I've really had that I could think of. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. So that's only unhealthy stuff. I have been eating a lot of broccoli because I heard that's like a pregnancy superfood. It has a lot of folic acid in it. And so I'm trying to stay healthy, and I'm trying to like get enough rest and stay on bed rest. I haven't done a whole lot of stuff. My husband's been doing a lot of cleaning and lifting stuff, and he's really helped me out, and I'm so thankful for it. So we're not really telling a lot of people, but I know a lot of people is not watching this right now, and it's mostly people that already knows that's watching this. So I'm just going to go ahead, I just want to go ahead and say it on here. If anybody, is new to watching this, please like this video and subscribe to my channel and see what happens next. My next video will probably show if I miscarry, if I'm still pregnant, or I'll give you updates of what's going on. So please continue watching me, and I hope you enjoy this. Bye.